2-2 bracket is literally going to be hell, right? Especially after seeing the 1-2 bracket, how that unfolds tomorrow. But man, after seeing the Faramis, Phoveus, and Joy, man, Spirit have Vren. Vren was the guy who introduced the Odette, so I just had a feeling like maybe he would be crazy enough to go for the Odette. Fortunately, we don't get to see it, but Valentina take, yeah, a lot of CC.
I like the idea, but regardless, this is gonna be a series between the dragons, the masters of the mountains and skies, versus the sharks, who master the oceans and are eager to drown their opponents in a massive tidal wave. In game number 1, we've got Team Spirit on the blue side versus CFU on the red.
And the Faramis pick by Z. Man, I mean, is it gonna pass against the Valentina is my question.
Yeah, like, giving away the Netherrealm is a scary thing and something that Team Spirit would have already considered going into it. Just like you guys should consider the M6 Pass, currently available from the 18th of November to the 29th of December. Complete all the active tasks to reach level 75 for free while these teams are brawling.
Sawo gonna jump down, flickering out to safety. Detective almost going in one shot. Wants to go for the last hit there, unable to get it. Opie feeling the shampoo. Wadu's gonna be caught in the bad spot now. Has the vengeance too. Goes in as a last ditch effort. First blood picked up. Z gonna be caught. Bomba going in, forcing out the Purify and picking up first blood.
One thing we have to note is that on paper, Team Spirit is the much more aggressive team. And we can already see that in the first minute of the game, getting a very early first blood. CFU, they can do aggression, but are definitely a slower start, right? They play for lane priority. They want to get a little bit of power spike going. But Team Spirit is not going to let that happen, right? They're just going to up the ante from the beginning, because this is a team that will dominate games as long as they have a lead at the beginning.
You can definitely say that, man. Spirit are really good when it comes to just utilizing the early snowball. CFU, I agree with what you said as well, man. CFU, they take a while to get going in the game. It almost feels like the first few minutes is a warm-up to them. They get rolling, and then once the engine gets hot enough, they will be able to go in for some crazy fights. Sawo doing a good job here, actually just zoning Detective. I don't really think Detective wants to go for the kill anyways, and they can't really contest for the neutral objective against a Glue up against Phoveus, who just lost out on level 4 earlier after dying, and it's a Suyo compared to a Joy, right? So, first turtle conceded away. Good choice by CFU Gaming.
Yeah, CFU knows that they don't really have map priority right now. The only lane that they can really say that is straight up winning is going to be Sing on that gold lane with the Bruno versus Beatrix. And even then, it is a little bit 50-50. Especially since we know that personality-wise, Sing isn't usually the type of gold laner that wants to go and straight up win the 1v1 in lane, right? He's more of a controlled style, wants to play for that spike, and then group up with the team whenever he can, as compared to Hiko, who will definitely try to win that lane if possible, giving Team Spirit more space.
Stun into the implosion. Good Netherrealm coming down. Detective walking up as well. Kid Bomba. Slam, pass. I'll be with the G Kundo. Just a bit of damage back and forth from CFU and Spirit. They will not commit. Sunset Lover still holding on to the Netherrealm too. Was unnecessary to use it. Great poke from one shot. OP will be zoned away, and one shot will be able to get this camp in the enemy jungle.
I think Faramis definitely is a hero that works well for CFU's playstyle in general, for slowing down team fights and just generally avoiding too much aggression before they're actually ready to go for the 5v5s. Unfortunately, they did end up picking it into a Valentina, and Sunset Lover definitely going to be wanting to use that in a more aggressive way. We can already see the mid lane and map rotation priority that Team Spirit is gaining, and I feel like the longer CFU allows this to continue, the less space they're going to have to really start farming up on Detective and Sing, right? We're already seeing them having to share the same half of the map.
The tempo that Team Spirit get, they're just so smart at utilizing the tempo every single time. They get so much control over the map. CFU trying to get that prio back right now, but unfortunately for them, TS just have so much more tempo. Bomba, immobilization, the stun, OP forced to flicker out. Bomba going into the slam, pass. One last slam should do it. But he will have to respect it. Now brought back to the team. Has to pop in his split, but no. The Netherrealm comes in right in time. The two-man stun. Another Netherrealm from Z. Bomba popping a split at the last possible second, but will not be able to survive. Sawo caught again. Infernal Pursuit from Wadu. One last shot should take Sawo down. One shot trying to fend off Detective. Getting the kill. 2-for-0 trade here around Turtle 2, and CFU this time should be the ones to take it for free.
Very nicely played there by CFU Gaming. They dragged out the fight so long that it started to reach a tempo that they're more comfortable with, knowing that they still have access to that Nether Realm since Sunset Lover used it early on. Oh!
Sing might be going for the kill. No, he has the Purify. He can't flicker out if he did go for the dive, but hey, you're saying about that 1v1. Sing's currently winning. One shot's waiting in the bushes. Okay, Sing reads it out.
This is good, this is good. We know that traditionally Sing has been a little more passive as a gold laner, but I think that he's actually developed quite a bit ever since coming to the M6 stage, right? We are actually seeing him try to play more aggressive, get that lane priority. Heck, he even got the 1v1 win against Nets when they were playing against Team Vamos. So it shows development in the player, which I think is very, very important, right? This is a meta that rewards aggression, and controlled aggression reigns supreme if you're able to play with a certain degree of confidence in your rotations in the early game.
OP gonna go and G-Kundo over to Sawo. Cancel the conceal. Bomber still in the middle. Still trying to use a slam here, but will be pulled down so low. Spirit have ways to disengage though, and Bomber will just regen back up again. Gold Crab for Sing.
We can see now CFU now shifting to their traditional style of playing around the gold lane, right? They want to scale up Sing as much as possible, though. Wadu also taking a lot of damage. Kid Bomba and Wadu being the frontliners mainly for their team here to open up space and see if they can find the necessary angles.
High-level stuff, man, from both these teams, just trading on the map constantly. One shot getting the invade here should be ahead of Detective by quite a bit now. But both teams, I mean, for CFU they have a 4 and a goal lead, but it doesn't really feel like a big goal lead, or doesn't really feel significant enough for both teams. They're literally just waiting for the next neutral objective before they decide to look for the fights, and it's all about tempo then. It's all about prio. One big fight will happen around Turtle 3, maybe Lord 1. Maybe they still want to just trade it out. Sing in the bottom lane. Can he get one last shot onto it? No, unfortunately not. The tier 1 will stay alive.
CFU gonna continue controlling Turtle. Sing was able to get the tower eventually.
Hiko caught on a bad spot. The opponent comes down, but Sing's able to purify out of it. Electrify beats one shot. Able to escape for a bait. Detective walks up. Netherrealm saves him, and no! Hiko gets the last shot down. He brings passion onto all of them as Kid Bomber tries to buy another time with the split. Purify from Z to cancel out the bring back here. OP with the dragon, but there's no follow-up. Bomba versus C. Sing with the balls. Bomba dying as Sing takes the killing spree for himself.
CFU Gaming are doing a very good job of basically delaying the fights against Team Spirit, right? They know they're against a more aggressive team that wants to make things happen. And because of that, they're slowing it down while still appropriately responding and making sure to maintain their battle lines. Because of this, Team Spirit is forced in a position where they feel like they can still keep going. They can still try to force things through the front lines of CFU, and then realizing they're running out of resources halfway through. And CFU is able to make very, very good use of that. The fact that Team Spirit doesn't actually have too much crowd control for Detective 2 is allowing them a bit more space.
That's a conceal already. Spirit trying to rotate around the map. And yeah, man, for CFU, it's literally just playing it slow, right? Super slow, waiting for these mistakes, waiting for Spirit to be caught in a bad spot, and then they decide to pull the trigger. Sing on the Bruno. He's been safe, like, even though, yes, Sing has been getting, he has 3 kills, the playstyle has been relatively safe. We haven't seen him go and slide tackle forward. We haven't seen him go for anything too aggressive. He's literally just been utilizing the space that CFU give him and capitalizing on it. So, with Bruno, I think it's safe to say that you can do that constantly. There's no real rush for you to actually make the plays happen in the fight. All you need to do is deal damage and then play it safe like this. You see someone walk up, you say, all right, that's cool. Whoa! Ow. Bennett's Rage, forcing Z to use that Netherrealm just in case Hiko swaps to the Renner. Let's see if you are able to disengage from this one. They will have to respect Spirit's damage.
But I really like that they are respecting that, right? They're not giving Spirit any angle, any free way of running in, though they're gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
Yeah, Bomba walking up with the pass earlier. Sing getting some good shots. Bomba brought back again for a pursuit. Split doesn't even help him. Wadu smacks him down to the ground. Sing buys the Melfic gun, and now Spirit are in a troublesome situation.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for them. We've already mentioned multiple times through the Swiss stage. When you have a Bruno, your timeline, 15-16 minutes. And CFU is purposefully delaying the game until they reach that point. Because like you've already mentioned, Virgo, they really have no reason not to try and do that. They know that they can play for that scaling. So Beatrix is a very good way of just cheating those structures.
Ooh! Great kick on a Hiko. Let's see the capitalization. Not enough. The nether arm comes down. OP gun down. He moves back to the arrow shot onto C. Forces him to purify one. Sing gets a goal from a mile away. One shot to Milford Sun. Kick bomb walking up. Hiko getting the kill onto OP somehow. Wadu caught in the midst of it all. On side of the tier 1. One last shot. One shot gets him down. And Bomba survives. Dealing with 3 members.
I think that's the first example of a fight that was actually kind of messy from CFU Gaming there. They tried to prolong it, they tried to go back in because they were already leading, but then they ended up overstaying their welcome, right? I think OP especially trying to flicker in with the Jeet Kune Do right at the end to get one final knockup when he literally had no HP to play with was not necessary, but Sing's damage.
Oh my god, one last shot should do it. Sing doesn't want to risk it though, he will just go back, but like you said, that damage.
CFU knows they can play around this damage. They do not mind delaying the game because we already know what Bruno can do once he gets that maximum item limit. However, Hiko also recognizes this, right? He has gone for the more scaling comp with the BOD.
That's Rage. OP gonna be low. Now the implosion from Sao! Getting 3 members. No, that's 4. But there's no follow-up. Detective gets rid of the backline. Sunset Lover steals away the electrifying beats. Wow, what a set. But what a return, what an answer from CFU.
Detective was 100% the savior in that engagement. Sao got the implosion of his life, but there was no follow-up on it because they were all running away from the joy. Even Hiko got picked off, so there was no diffused passion or anything like that to really capitalize on that catch and allow CFU to return the favor despite the amazing initiation. They're going to be able to pick up that mid-tier 1, but still playing a very slow game, right? We are 12 minutes in, and the net worth difference only 1K in favor of CFU Gaming.
That is a turret take now, Melfic gun for both the gold laners, and it's now a pretty significant lead, I would say, for the Bruno, not right? It's 1,000. Sing is going to constantly just build this up here as he pushes into waves with the Lord advantage. I don't know. Even though One Shot has the items, it really just doesn't seem like he's been able to dish out that damage to CFU properly, right? He's only been targeting the frontliners, and I get that he wants to peel for the team, but at this point, maybe they should try to go for some flanks, try to go for Sing.
The difficult thing for Team Spirit is that their lineup isn't the most suited for flanks, and CFU Gaming has a lot of layers to their team fighting, right? With this Nether Realm, with Detective running into the back line, they're able to force out Vengeance from Wadu at least, but
OP goes over the way of the Dragon. Hiko will be able to capitalize on that, finding the kill. Sing almost getting the worldy bounce, but will not be able to get it. It will be a trade. OP taken down. No tier 2 One Shot coming back. Was that a conceal from Sao?
Not too sure, but well, I think we can definitely confirm that OP is starting to get a little bit trigger happy. They can see the win condition, right? They know that they're in a position to really start taking over the game now that Sing is reaching that 4th item. The Bruno has an incredible KDA up until now. But this show has flickered to his death more than once this game. I understand that he is meant to be the primary initiator, but Team Spirit has a lot of cracks that you can take advantage of. You don't have to feel so desperate to make something happen, especially when you've already been playing the game to your tempo the entire time.
And now it goes back to the slow tempo. Once we see like a fast tempo fight, it gets evened out by some slow tempo macro plays on the map, right? See if you're trying to get Prio over the bottom lane, trying to get that final tier 2 off of Team Spirit. For Spirit, they're also dealing with the waves very, very well. Sending Suyo close to the top, doesn't want to reveal himself just too early though, because they know that see if you can pull the trigger. Sing should be able to get the turret down. Oh, actually doesn't. Hiko gets the clear, shoots out the Bennett's Rage. There's going to be another wave to help him here. Bomba engaged upon. He has to respect this. Oh, flickers out to safety. The conceal comes in around again. OP trying to go for the Jikundo. OP reminded. Whoa, gets punished by the implosion from Sao. But Sing is starting to hurt. You can see it already.
I think Sing and Hiko are actually both starting to hurt, and that was unfortunately another example of OP's trigger happiness.
Yep.
Like really desperately trying to make a catch when it's not actually that necessary. CFUC's potential is pretty good. However, Team Spirit's base defense is actually very solid with the Beatrix as well. So I think that's what OP is afraid of, right? They want to try and make it a numerical advantage when they push into the base.
Sing, gonna be poked down there. You can see the electrifying beats coming out, but another round saves them all. Sawo shoving out. Wadu will the chase. That's a flicker out. Kid Bomba trying to act as a front line. One shot going down. Hiko flickering out the safety. Inferno pursuit continues. There's a shutdown. Detective looking for the play. Wadu walking up again, slowing them down, but one shot gets the shutdown and a double. 2-for-1 trade. Detective looking for the play. Jumping in the top of Sawo! Getting the implosion. A cat detective again.
Mistake after mistake. What is happening? CFU Gaming, they were so patient, so disciplined the entire game. And now they have been making overextension over and over again. That previous fight did not need to happen so quickly. They were not in position. Detective popped electrifying beats halfway through the river before the NetherRealm even came out. This is not the style that CFU should be trying to force. And Team Spirit are actually in a perfectly comfortable position to go for counter-engage themselves, right? They have Implosion, they have AoE Wave Clear with Hiko. The shoe is on the other foot. It is actually Team Spirit now who is waiting for the counter-engage because CFU is diving too deep.
Now it's a Wind of Nature purchase for Spirit for Hiko. It's going to be quite tough for CFU and Sing to deal damage, even Wadu with the dives. He's been really successful with the dives, but unfortunately no one has actually been able to walk up together with him, right? So Wadu has been isolated in front. Lord charging down in the bottom lane. This is an enhanced Lord, that's a conceal already. Sunset Lover steals away to the NetherRealm of the world. He takes a lot of damage, a chunk of damage from the rest of the team. It's still bouncing on the Lord. Base turret number 1 in the bottom lane taken down. Team Spirit will be happy. Now it's a conceal from OP. Jikuno and the way to Dragon and catch one shot is going to be cancelled out. NetherRealm coming down to the back. And now Detective, caught in the implosion again. In front of pursuit. Hiko, can you escape? No, you can't see. Gets the Ghostbusters. One shot. Has the immortality. Bites the winner. Crowd will not be able to tap it in time and will fall. CFU get a good trade back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of disconnect with Detective because while Joy is very good at running people down, you have to make sure your team's at least distracting them somewhat. But it still ends up being a positive trade for CFU because it did actually buy them enough time for Sing to come in and chase down Hiko and one shot. CFU now looking for an inhibitor.
Whoa, they might be looking to end the game. OP try to zone them. They get the base turret, but there's a minion wave that saves Spirit.
And not to mention Minion Wave pushing up for Spirit as well. CFU taking a good amount of structural damage, even losing that top tier 2 in exchange for that previous push, which I personally don't feel like was the most worth it in the end, but at the very least it opens up that mid lane, right? It's another thing that Team Spirit will have to deal with. Sing now going to be having that Wind of Nature as well. It already used previously, so there was a bit of an item trade there. As we are now approaching the 18-minute mark. This is normally when a Bruno is able to take over the game, but because Team Spirit hasn't been trying to force things out, they've been able to delay it and kind of match pressure using the Beatrix to snipe down turrets from afar and to wave clear, right? So it is starting to become a case of which team is making the mistake of engaging too far.
It also comes down to just, I agree with you. It really comes down to whoever's overextending a bit too much. Bottom lane was shoved in already. Wadu is isolated, has the vengeance, will be able to pop it in time. Bomba has to run. OP able to play, goes in for the Jikuno. Great shove from Sawo. He has the flicker. NetherRealm coming down. One shot getting in. That's the implosion to catch one, but NetherRealm from C saves it. He was passion out of Hiko. With nature in time, flickers out and kites back. OP, no immortality. Wadu in the front. One shot getting his immortality down as OP will not be able to get the kill on the Sawo. Sunset level with a few more shots. Sing gets the last shot. Hiko in a tough spot. CFU looking for it. Hiko just needs one more. OP will fall. That's a triple for Hiko. That's a double. Hiko with a maniac. See, running around. Hiko gets the savage.
The school boy educates his opponents. A savage claimed by Team Spirit. There is a reason this young player has been catching the eyes of the global MLBB community. His positioning, absolutely perfect in the previous team fight, zoning everything, avoiding all the cooldowns, and making sure he is perfectly spaced. The Beatrix now becoming the ultimate threat in the road for CFU Gaming.
Hiko, what an absolute monster. The spacing, the last shot onto OP as well. That was you know, if you guys play Beatrix, you know how hard it is to land a Bennett shot, especially on someone like Joe. That guy's elusive, man.
Honestly, if you want a masterclass on how to play a gold laner in late game team fights, you just have to rewatch that fight from Hiko's perspective.
He's 16. This guy's the youngest player.
Yeah. It's incredible what he was able to do, just perfectly spaced out from everything CFU tried to throw at him, and punishing even one of the top marksmen in the meta, Sing on this Bruno. Lord now going to be pushing in bot lane for Team Spirit. They don't have a lot of minion waves though. Can this be an end angle for them?
I think it might be. Again, the Evolved Lord hasn't been chunked now. It gets shoved in. Wado trying to be the front line. You can see the damage. Bennett's rage as well. Popped in by Hiko. He needs to space out perfectly again. Worldy bouncing from Bomba to Sawa to Bomba to Sawa. Detective electrifying beats again to Bennett. Taking down the mid lane base turret. Another arrow shot onto Sing. He has the House Claws though. Should be able to. Oh man! Was that a basic attack? That took Z to half?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how dangerous marksmen are in the current meta, right? It is a lot easier to hit those late game timings with the full item build. And even tanks really aren't able to hold a candle to it with the changes to Malefic Gun and so on, right? The damage dealt ranking, Sing and Hiko obviously at the top. Sing actually having a very big gap between him, and yet Hiko showing that a little bit of finesse makes up for all of that difference. We are now 21 minutes in. The gold difference is basically 0. And the only towers standing are on Team Spirit's side. Next Lord in 60 seconds. So far, their positioning has been clean. This is a very honest draft, as our panel already put up earlier. Very easy to play that front to back to make sure Hiko is safe. A lot of pressure on Detective, because now he's the only one that can really force Hiko into uncomfortable situations.
And after all that fighting stuff, we're left with a 1,000 gold lead. 21 minutes. And it led us to a 1,000 gold lead. Hiko getting that rose gold, dog. Hey, they gotta be careful. Rose golds are kind of cursed nowadays, but I don't know. Maybe it's just an NACT type of thing, you know?
I think it's still an effective item, you know? Like nowadays, the shield really doesn't do all that much, but hey, it lets you tank one extra shot.
Okay.
And that can be all the difference in these really tight late game situations, right? Where a single blow is all it takes for you to turn into paper mache.
Ooh. You can see again the items here. It's almost full items for Sawo too. We're getting to a point in the game where we're really just going to be seeing item swaps with the gold lead, right? The gold lead's gone, by the way. CFU with a clear in the bottom lane are able to neutralize it back again. Winter Crowns, Immortalities, you name it. It's all on the side of CFU though. They have 2 Winter Crowns and 2 Immortalities. Whoa, OP! Trying to go for a play. It was luckily not fully punished, but it's a flicker down. They won't be able to have that shock factor in the fight anymore.
Yeah, too direct. Straight up too direct from CFU Gaming. You could see that coming from a mile away. And now they're absorbing so much poke damage. You can see OP not really able to initiate anymore.
Soul Sever, Bennett's rage! Almost perfectly timed. Detective though, look for the electrifying beats, but it's only out to get Bomba. I think Team Spirit will be happy with that trade. And all in the meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the wave is still pushing in. They're gonna have to send someone.
And Team Spirit is just waiting for that. Once they see 1 or 2 players in the CFU base defending, they know that they can easily reclaim control over the Lord Pit. Oh!
Implosion, Purify out from Sing. Another round coming down, that's a stun over for 1 shot. Bomba in the back line, zoning Sing away. That's 1 shot, picking up a kill onto Wadu. Electrifying beats also there. Detective running away, but Bomba is on Sing. He's still fighting the minions to attack to get the House Claws, to get the lifesteal. Can he escape? Sliding tackle backwards to base. The minions are on it. Sing, Immortality down. C trying to save him desperately. Sing now with a slide tackle. That's a bring back over. Hiko gets brought back. Hit Bomba looking for it. Immortality down. C will fall. Hiko gets a monster kill. He buys the Immortality in time. Detective will shut him down. And again, this game continues. Detective are saving CFU.
What are we watching right now, guys? These 2 teams putting every everything on the line, knowing what is at stake. It is only game number 1, and we are now reaching the 24-minute mark. For a moment, it seemed like Team Spirit had the advantage. They were controlling the Lord. They forced out so many resources. Members of CFU had to stay behind to defend, but the damage, the lifesteal from Sing, keeping him alive against everything, and even managing to finally trade against Hiko. CFU will claim this next Lord, and that means Team Spirit will have to play the defensive.
And now it all turns back to Spirit. CFU have an Evolved Lord. Let's see how they manage with the Evolved Lord, because it comes down to this. We're gonna have like another 3 minutes of slow gameplay if this is not an end angle. They're actually just gonna play with one wave in the mid lane.
One wave is not really going to be enough. Hiko alone can clear most of that, but OP?
Jikundo in the way to Dragon. He's been gambling a lot on these engages. This time he finds it. NetherRealm saving them. Hiko still able to kite solo! Implosion! Hiko looking to capitalize. Wadu jumping in. Hiko has been slain by Wadu! And now it's Sunset Lover and one shot. We've seen this before. It was M5 where Sunset Lover saved the game. Can he do it again? Sunset Lover into the backline. He goes. Detective will stay focused on the base. CFU say you can take the Savage, we'll take the game.
They may be sharks, but they're embodying the spirit of slow and steady wins the race. CFU Gaming. Although they seemed rattled, although it seemed like they were starting to make mistakes uncharacteristically, we're still able to find that composure at the very end and deny Team Spirit a chance at converting a Savage